So after you made your rectangle, hopefully you have 3 rows that looks like this and 4 columns. Okay, and then you made your line segments, and then you use your line segments to create rows and columns inside the rectangle. So how do you think you made 2 equal shares with your rectangle? How do you think you made 2 equal shares? So here's what you should have got when you split your rectangle into 2 equal shares. Okay, I know that the size or the shape and the size of the rectangles are the same, and they share the same amount of squares. Now I want you to think about how you can split your rectangle, this one right here, into 3 equal shares. How can you split this rectangle in 3 equal shares? After you've had some time to think about how you can make your rectangle into 3 equal shares, I want to show you what I did. So the only way for us to make 3 equal shares with our rectangle was to take each row as 1 share. Okay, so I split each of the rows and used it as 1 share so that I have 3 equal shares. So how do you know that these 3 shares are equal? They're the same size and shape, and they have the same number of squares inside each rectangle. So when a shape is divided into 3 equal parts, each part is called a third. Everyone say that with me. When a shape is divided into 3 equal parts, each part is called a third. So how many thirds are in one whole? 3. So say it with me. How many thirds are in one whole? 3. So now I want you to use the same rectangle that you started with that has 3 rows and 4 columns, and I want you to show 4 equal shares. So draw the rectangle with your rows and columns, and then shade the rectangle in to show 4 equal shares. So go ahead and pause the video. So this is what you should have done to get 4 equal shares. So I shaded in 2 of my 4 shares so that it was easier for you to see. So this is 1 share, this is another share, this is a 3rd share, and this is my 4th share. So when a shape is partitioned in 4 equal parts, each of these parts are called a fourth. Say that with me. When a shape is partitioned into 4 equal parts, each of these parts is called a fourth. So how many fourths are in a whole? How many fourths are in one whole? 4. Okay, so 4 of these parts equals 1 whole. So these are called fractions. A fraction shows equal parts of a whole object or set. So this square or this rectangle right here is a whole rectangle. That's 1 whole. So this is halves. There is 1 half over here and 1 half over here. And the 2, when you have 2 equal shares, those are called halves. Now I split my rectangle into thirds. So this is 1/3, this is 2/3, and this is 3/3. Okay, 3/3 is part of 1 whole. Okay, so then when you split the rectangle into fourths, you have 4 equal parts. And 4 equal parts equals 1 whole. So if we were in class together, I would normally have you pair up with someone and combine your tiles together so that you have enough tiles. But let's quickly show how we can break a rectangle into 2 halves, 3/3, and 4 fourths. Okay, so if you had enough tiles, you could break up your rectangle of 6 rows and 4 tiles in each row, and it would look like this. Can you think of another way that you could split up this rectangle that would give you halves? So 2 equal parts. Right, if I split it right down the middle, okay, and I made all these tiles orange and all these tiles purple, that would be another way to get 2 equal parts. Let's look at splitting the rectangle into 3/3. Okay, so I think this is the only way that I could split my rectangle into 3/3, but how do you know that those are equal parts? Each rectangle inside the rectangle that is split into thirds is the same amount of tiles. It's the same size, same shape, and same amount of tiles. So I see 3 equal shares. That means there's 3/3. Okay, so let's look at fourths. So I see this would be the only way that I could split this into 4 equal parts. Okay, so I split it into fourths. I have 4/4. As you can see, each column is its own part. On student workbook page 391, you are going to do the same thing here, but measuring in centimeters to make your boxes. Okay, and then you're going to split each rectangle that is shown on that workbook page into either halves, into thirds, or into fourths. Okay, so you'll have to measure in centimeters first, and then you can shade in to show either fourths, to show thirds, or to show halves.